Right guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back to Metal Unfiltered Reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing this bad boy, Kerryking From Hell I Rise. And we're going to find out, is this raining blood or is it stuck in the mud? So let's go. Now, to be fair, this album was on my highly inspected or highly anticipated release list, just due to the fact that I've been a massive Slayer fan since I was a kid. They are the first band I saw live. I saw Slipknot and Slayer together, Unholy Alliance, and Slayer just blew Slipknot off the stage that day. They were class. And ever since then, I've just been obsessed with them. So let's get into it. Okay, so right off the bat, I wasn't really expecting Kerryking to reinvent the wheel, so to speak, and that's pretty much what you get here. It's just the same sort of, the last few Slayer albums, it's the same sort of tone that you would get like on Repentless, Well Painted Blood, those sort of albums. Even back to like Christ Illusion, it's like that sort of vibe that you're getting. With a little bit of God Hates Us All thrown in there on the track Rage, because that's class, that track is. Now I believe this album's like, it's more harder hitting, it's more thrashier than the last album. The last album had a few tracks that, to be fair, they could have just been deleted from the album, and just made it a little bit shorter. Same goes for this as well, to be fair. I thought that he could have maybe especially the track Tension, I think he should have just ditched that, because it doesn't really go anywhere. Although, unless on the second album they're going to bring out, they're going to have like Tension 2 or Tension Rise, you know, or something. It's going to be like a sequel to that track, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so right off the bat, it's pretty much what you'd expect. It's hard hitting right from the start. Where I Rain, the track Where I Rain, it kicks in, it's thrashy, fast, heavy, the typical riffage that you would expect from Kerryking. And then it's got like those long strung out chorus, and the chords, to be honest, it reminded me a little bit of like Chemical Warfare. Obviously I love Chemical Warfare, Class Sung, sorry. Class Sung. So yeah, it's absolutely class. The opener. Obviously, it serves as a sort of sequel to the intro Diablo, which sounds like, to be honest, it does its job. It does its job. It builds up the feeling of, you know, something's about to happen here. We get it, you know the feeling at the start of a gig, and it builds up the atmosphere. And then when that song kicks in, all hell breaks loose, and that's just what you want from a metal gig, to be fair, and from a metal album. So, kudos to Kerry there. Now, Residue was a decent track. I thought Residue was quite a good track, but I will say it's the most simplistic riffage I've heard from Kerry. It's almost like he was like just sat in the room and he was just jamming, and he thought, yeah, shove it on an album. So that one, I mean, the lead, the build up at the start with the drums and stuff, that I thought that was fantastic. The way like it builds up to it kicking in, and the standout moment was probably the breakdown at the end. The breakdown's really good, and the drums will slam when it comes in. So kudos there, that was good. Idle Hands, I love Idle Hands. I love everything about Idle Hands. Mark's performance on vocals absolutely slays, no pun intended. It's very simplistic. The chord sequence, very catchy. The way he lays his vocals over it serves to only enhance the when the chorus and the riffs kick in on the chorus and on the breakdown riffs, the chuggy open note riffs. And to be honest, if I closed my eyes when I was listening to that track when the single first come out, Tom Arrier, younger Tom Arrier maybe, I feel like it could have just been him on vocals, to be honest. Right, trophies for a top Trophies of a Tyrant. I believe that track, it was probably one of my favourites on the album, to be honest. Although, the chugs seemed to be a little bit thin. I don't know why, on the mix. I felt like they felt thin compared to something like Bloodline, which I believe this could be like a sequel to Bloodline and Dead Skin Mask, because I feel like he took some of the elements of Dead Skin Mask, and even the vocals, even says Dead on the vocals on it as well, and while he's playing the like that sort of like Dead Skin Mask vibe notes. But yeah, that's the really good track, and a standout moment from Trophies of a Tyrant was possibly the interplay from Kerry. Kerry plays a good solo on it, to be fair. And I actually thought it was Phil Demmel until I checked the notes, and it was actually Kerry that actually did the soloing on that. Across the whole album, though, Phil Demmel is just flawless. He's brought a new element to be honest, he's brought the newness, like with the solos and stuff, to this project that Kerryking's doing. So yeah, fantastic. Some of the standout tracks, I would say Rage for me was probably one of my favourites. It's got that old school like thrashy vibe going to it, but then it's got the sort of the God Hates Us All, like you can just hear, if Tom was on it, it would, I don't want to disrespect Mark, but I feel if Tom was on it, it would have been even more aggressive. His vocals are so good on it. It's perfect for me. And then it's followed up. My favourite on the album is Crucifixation. It's got that old school, like 80s thrash vibe to it. Nice chugging riffs. It's got the riffs that they always use. Slayer really. Slayer, say Kerryking uses. The plodder, like not plod along riffs. What am I on about? He uses like the melodic like thrashier riffs during the chorus on it, and it's really cool, to be fair. Crucifixation, probably my favourite. Fast, brutal, just what you want from Kerryking. So go check it out. I'm not going to say much more about that track because it's just fantastic. Just go listen to it. It's brutal, fast, and it's just what you want. Two Fists, if you're a fan of the Undisputed Attitude album, he throws in a bit of a punky vibe, and that to be honest, that's probably the most shocking track on the album, because I wasn't expecting it when I was listening to it. I thought, oh, okay, he's thrown a bit of a punk vibe in, so it's nothing groundbreaking. It's just what you'd expect really from a Kerry / Slayer punk track. Toxic, the single, South of Heaven vibes all the way through it. Mixture of South of Heaven and Seasons in the Abyss, all throughout that track. It's anti-establishment, it's like anti-government, and even down to like the message of like people trying to force their opinion on people's lives and stuff. That's happening today more than ever with social media, isn't it? So that's pretty much what you get in there. Highlights for the album, I would say Phil Demmel with a solo in. Paul Bostoff absolutely smashes the shit, pardon my French, out of the drums. He just slays the crap out of the drum kit on it, as he always does, to be honest. So yeah, I'm going to rate the album, it was a solid performance, just what you'd expect, but I believe that maybe like on the next album, like they will, I'm hoping, he probably won't probably stick to the formula, but I'm hoping that he lets the others come in and maybe do a little bit more of the songwriting process, not just the solos, because I believe that they are a super group, that all of them got together, and I feel that if they were to just let the creativity flow, they could just make a fucking classic metal album. So, but yeah, this is just what you're getting with this album. I'm gonna give it a solid 8 out of 10. Tension could have just been thrown away. Didn't think that was good, to be honest. But other than that, it's heavy as fuck. So yeah, keep it metal. Stay tuned for the next review. I will be doing Gate Creeper, Dark Superstition as the next review. So yeah, see you next time, guys. Tune in later.